Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? I'm gonna try out a new format, and I am leaning back for this introduction to the video because I have no spotlight. My spotlight broke, and I am forced to do this. Otherwise, there's a really crappy shadow over my face. So let me get to the point here. I'm gonna draw the Hulk. I've drawn the Hulk a few times for this channel, but I don't think you can draw the Hulk too many times, in my opinion. He's got really cool, like, there's just so many variations on him, and I'm gonna go over another one. I'm gonna try to draw a very intense looking Hulk, like a angry one, as angry as I possibly can. So check it out after this intro, and I'll see you soon. All right, let's get into this. One of the biggest things, especially when drawing the Hulk, I'm gonna draw kind of his upper torso, upper body. One of the biggest things to remember is when you're drawing something to scale, like you're trying to draw it to make it look larger, a big chunk of that would be to make the head smaller, because we're talking about units per measurement, like terms of, like, if you draw someone with a larger, like superheroes in general, when they stand up, tend to have a, I believe they stand about, 7 to 8 heads tall, I believe. I'm not sure. That's like the standard Stan Lee rule, of the past and present, pretty much. And I think in reality, we're only about 5 to 6 heads tall. Correct me if I'm wrong. I forget. But taller is cooler. I believe when a lot of the scale comes from how big the head is, and the smaller you make the head, you know, the more it'll contrast with the size of the musculature. The size of the muscles. And like, think about it. If you draw everything big, you have nothing to compare it to. The only reason something looks big is because something else looks small, and the head would be the small part. I'm drawing just like a very simple square, if you can see that. Very. I'm drawing with mechanical pencil. Very simple square I'm going to draw the Hulk into. Drawing the head. Let's get right into the head, and let me zoom straight into the head here. And I'm going to draw kind of free, crazy right now. Splitting the head into thirds still, but that's probably going to change, especially with the Hulk's proportions. Right into the eye. Already kind of going, trying to aim for that angry look. Still remembering that he's human based, so he's not going to look like a total mutant. He's not going to look like a toxic Avenger or anything. Try to remember to make things balanced. Things like the eyebrows. Got his eyes going there. His nose is actually going to be a little bit shorter. The distance between the bottom of the nose and the eyebrow, the brow line, I'm going to make that a little shorter. I feel like that makes the face look, I don't know how to say it, more compressed. I think that just looks cool on him. Like, he's got a ton of different looks. I want this one eye over here kind of squinting. Also, if you need to look at facial expressions, definitely look in the mirror. Keep a mirror by you, and that helps a lot. Let's see. There's a pinching on this side, so his eye on that side is gonna squint a little bit. Going in there, trying to find the expression. Trying to also keep it in balance. I don't want to look. It's almost like you're balancing out reality and cartoonishness. You know, you're trying to figure out not to go too cartoony because my tendency is definitely to go too cartoony. You know, you grew up. Wow. I mean, I did a job as a caricaturist for years, and if you don't know what caricaturist is, that's the people in theme parks that draw you as a cartoon. And I feel like I have too much of that left in me. You know, I'm trying to get some of that out. So I'm drawing cartoony a little too much sometimes. To kind of offset that, I have to. It's more like just getting more precise with my shapes, more critical of what I'm putting down. Even though, like I said, cartoony shapes are definitely precise, absolutely. But that comic book look seems to be kind of that mixture of cartoony and real, depending on who's the artist, you know, and obviously everyone has a different balance of that. Alright, I have a general idea of the face, of where the features are going to go, and I'm going to time lapse this, at least just for the head, and we'll come right back. Alrighty. I still got more to figure out in the face, but for now we're going to continue. I give him a kind of bowl haircut, you know, which he had kind of in the old 50s and some looks. I actually normally hate that look, but because I hate it, I never draw it, so I'd like to try it out. I think I might have drawn this before, I'm not sure. Like that. I could have made his head a little wider, I think, sideways. He does have more of a wide head. It adds that kind of gravity look, you know, on his body. To draw his head wide, but I thought I'd draw it like that. Let's draw the musculature. And basically, if you know your musculature, you can just exaggerate the hell out of it. I'm just drawing a loose idea here of it's going to go on. Let's see if that's going to zoom out a little bit. Neck. Pectoralis here connects to the shoulders. That's weird. My computer seems to be doing something weird. Alrighty, stupid ad. Now he's back to the Hulk. Finding the balls of the deltoids over here, those are big landmarks, you know. Trying to make them evenish. We have the pectoralis. Pectoralis connects to the deltoid. It goes down to the bicep area. One thing about this, and you know, normally I don't do this because the Hulk is. I'll also make his waist a little tinier compared to his arms. Normally with flexion, only one side is tensed, but sometimes I'll tense it like this for the Hulk. You know, you don't want him to look like he has pillows in there, synthol. If you know what synthol is, you want to make him look like he has, you know, real, you know, cool atomic muscle. atomic muscle. Wow, real muscle in there. So I'm gonna dial it back a little bit with my eraser, my kneaded eraser. I feel it just gets covers more area when it comes to erasing. Let's go in the smaller detail here with the chest. Just down the middle. There's an upper pectoralis and the lower pectoralis that kind of insinuate that here. Let's do his bicep gets in the way here. Another thing is I really want to make sure the neck connects there. So I'm gonna have to make sure there's gotta be some kind of connection point. So for that, I'm gonna get the sternocleidomastoid cords underneath his neck. Run from the back of your ear down to the pit of your neck, just to kind of show them. Hulk's starting to look a little better now, because before it looked like Mo from Three Stooges. But now he's got muscle. I guess that really makes the Hulk. The Hulk. These muscles tie in here, so I'm trying to make sure they all have a connection point. And this is a really important thing within anatomy, you know. Learn about where muscles connect, and it'll show you where the striations kind of come from. Striations in the muscle, where they're gonna lead from. You can cheat it, you know. I definitely cheat it. I cheat it all the time, but you can cheat it because you know it to begin with, you know. Draw a line there. There's gonna be some shadow from the pec for sure. There's the lats over here. He's got tiny lats, but hey, straight line, six-pack area. There's like the traps. Make sure that biceps come in front of the lat area, the lats over here. But I'm gonna make this a little darker back there to show that that's behind the bicep, and then in front of that comes the pectoralis. A lot of this is pretty easy. I'm just kind of, especially the deltoid's a very easy muscle because it's such a ball shape. I think it's made up of three giant muscles, but there's a lot of also little nuances in that, you know. But I always see the deltoid, which is a shoulder, as three. It's the I think the frontal deltoid. I forget what it was. Basically, it's the front, the middle, and then the one for the back. The one you see the front a lot, you know, obviously. You want Hulk to have nipples? I normally don't like drawing them there, but maybe a vein here, like he's totally roided out. That one's gonna be real soft. Splits. Now I'm kind of just probably not gonna leave it there. We'll see. I don't know. I know I don't like drawing the veins there. It looks disturbing and strange. All right, let's clean him up. By that, I'm gonna zoom into his face again, and I'm gonna clean up a lot of stuff. Most of it, like I said, is gonna be clean up, so it's not gonna be a lot of talking. So I'm just gonna time lapse the clean. So anyways, so for the Hulk kind of design, you could tell that I changed the brow because I thought the brow, Hulk needed like a bigger brow. He looked too normally human, even though his face technically is human. He does have that brow in almost every design. Depends on how, also, because when it comes to the drawing of the Hulk, there's so many variations because he's just a muscular guy with a different kind of face. Sometimes he looks more ape-like. I'm actually thinking about making a video where he does look much more ape-like. His musculature, you can, a lot of variations based on, how many striations within the muscle he has, these little lines within the muscle, or whether you just keep it to the larger muscle groups, without striations. Not so much, like the deltoid here and the pectoralis and the abdominal muscles. So anyways, that's the Hulk. That's this time the Hulk upper version, upper body. And I might do another one, like I said. I might do an animal version. So let me know what you want to see next. And please comment below, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot, guys.